12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
Good evening. We begin tracking multiple wildfires that are leading to evacuation orders tonight. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Troy Hayden. Caribe's off tonight. We're starting with the Gate Fire, which is burning in North Scottsdale right now. And some people who were forced out of their homes earlier have now been able to go back. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly's in North Scottsdale near 128th Street and Ranch Gate Road. Chase.
Crews are still battling this fire right behind me. The Gate Fire, you can see the glow of it off into the distance. Now, the latest updates that we received from the Scottsdale Fire Department is that the fire is still at no containment, but evacuation orders have been lifted. But this isn't the first time this area has had to deal with a wildfire that forced many out of their homes. From their backyards, people saw the Gate Fire making its way toward them.
Extraordinarily scary.
Craig Alheim lives in the neighborhood just east of 128th Street and Ranch Gate Road. At first, he said it was just smoke. Then when the wind shifted,
it was shockingly fast.
The fire was heading right toward him.
Flames were at least 20 feet high. It was unbelievable, right outside my home.
That's when he was told to get out.
The police came in and said, "You gotta leave now. Gotta leave."
The Scottsdale Fire Department reports the fire started just before 2, and they believe it started as a debris fire in someone's backyard that got out of control. Aircraft were seen dropping fire retardant with 150 firefighters on the ground. Some homes were told to evacuate, but everyone was ready to go if needed.
Been a little bit emotional.
Captain Dave Folio with the Scottsdale Fire Department says crews did whatever they could to protect the homes.
There was a lot of fire back there, bumping up to their fence lines, bumping up to the homes. So we put ourselves in way of danger to protect some of those structures.
Right now, we're a few miles west of where the fire is currently burning, but we're actually standing in the burn scar right now. And just to show you how close it got to homes, the burn scar ends right here, with the nearest home about 100 feet away. A situation those living here have been through before.
It's kind of sad since we just have it last year.
They're talking about the diamond fire that roared to life last summer in the same area, forcing more than 1,000 people to leave their homes. A fire that was human-caused. Now those living here want to know if it happened again.
Sad that it's going away like this, so hopefully we can be a little bit safer next time.
The cause of this fire is still under investigation, but fire officials told us that the burn scar of the diamond fire actually helped them in this situation today, saying that it prevented the Gate Fire from spreading into certain areas because of that burn scar. Again, crews will be out here throughout the night. We were told that folks in the area will be seeing smoke for the next couple of days. We're in North Scottsdale. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks. There's another fire forcing evacuations tonight. It's happening for people in Tortilla Flat due to the siphon fire. Sky 12 capturing new video of the flames tonight. The fire is burning on the Maricopa-Pinal County border near the Superstition Wilderness area. So far, it's burned more than 2,300 acres and there is no containment. Anyone living east of Mountain View Road between Broadway and the Lost Dutchman State Park are now on set status, meaning they should be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice.
And unfortunately, we're not done talking about active wildfires just north of Metro Phoenix. This is the Point Fire. It's the Tonto National Forest right near New River off of I-17. Burned more than 4,800 acres so far. There is 0% containment here. U.S. Forest Service says as of right now, there's no threat to any structures, but firefighters are working hard to protect private property and infrastructure in an area near Fig Spring. For the latest on fires in our state, download the 12 News app. You can see this QR code here. You can take it on your phone. You'll be directed to download our app on all your mobile devices. Inside, you'll find the latest on wildfires, evacuations, and more. And you can also learn more at 12news.com/wildfires.
And Mother Nature certainly didn't help today. A lot of wind out there, super dry. Meteorologist Crystal Long is here with your weather impact forecast.
Yeah, it's Mother Nature's powder keg, if you will. No mercy for Mother Nature with the high winds, low relative humidity, and our landscapes remain very vulnerable tonight. This photo just snapped and shared with me 25 minutes ago. You could see as the siphon fire is glowing in the night. We also have our 12 News weather watchers with their eyes and cameras pointed to the Point Fire. You could also see those flames raging tonight. Here's some of the peak wind gust reports we got today. These winds were just zooming on in. Most spunk recorded in Chandler. They're at 37 miles an hour. Those winds were all flared up at Phoenix Sky Harbor in the 30s, Mesa Falcon Field, and we had peak gusts in the 20s for Phoenix Mesa Gateway and Deer Valley Airport. Checking in on the fire danger level right now, we have dialed down on the danger here for the overnight because the winds are simmering down tonight. So we just have low end threat for the overnight hours. You could see the winds that were once all zooming in into the 20s and 30s are now in the single digits. But tomorrow we'll see another flare up in the mountains. We'll get some 20s going, teens in the valley, and relative humidity remains bone dry for right now with single digits to report. We do have to stay on our toes, though. Above normal activity expected for wildfire danger this month with normal activity to follow. Rain would help, but your 12 News exclusive monsoon meter remains set to 0 for tonight and tomorrow, but things will be changing here for us. Sunday and Monday, we're going to be getting our hands on some rain chances and cooler temperatures. More details next.
All right, we'll see you in a bit, Crystal. Thank you. Police in Queen Creek have identified a person whose body was found on the side of the road and apparently was a young woman who was murdered. Deputies with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office found her early Tuesday morning near 32nd Street and Cloud Road, and this is just north of the Carefree Highway. The person has now been identified as 26-year-old Victoria Halen. Detectives say evidence at the scene leads them to believe that she was murdered. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office.
Developing tonight in Tempe, a man is dead after pointing a gun at police. It happened at an apartment complex near Priest Drive and Baseline. Tempe police say they got a call about a man who had threatened someone with a gun. When they got to the suspect's apartment, he came out with the gun and pointed it at two officers. The suspect was shot and killed. Police say he was in his 40s, but have not released his name. No officers were hurt.
New at 10, the city of Tempe is looking to put the brakes on speeders who are wreaking havoc and wrecking homes in one part of that city. For years, people living in Tempe along Hardy Drive between Baseline and Guadalupe said cars have sped and plowed right into their homes. Well, now the city is rolling out a plan to help curb that problem. 12 News journalist Jonathan McCall in Tempe with the story. Jonathan.
The city of Tempe says it is now in the early stages of a redesign project to cut down on speeding along Hardy Drive between Baseline and Guadalupe. Thursday night, the city meeting with the public here at Wood Elementary School to get feedback and to show off potential solutions to the problem that could be in the works. Folks who live in this area say this problem has been decades in the making. We got a chance to talk with Martha Mingwa, who says she has lived in her home in the area since 1978 along Hardy. And she says her family is terrified to sleep in one part of her home.
We've had at least two cars going south on Hardy that either were going to make the turn onto Watson, don't know what put them in our front yard, but they ended up in our front yard, and had we not had a big tree that they hit in the front yard, they would have hit my daughter's bedroom.
Jeff Broman says he sees this problem all day, every day.
I mean, I watch the traffic on there all day long, and people are going 40, 45, 50 miles an hour. And if you slow down, they'll get into the middle lane to go around you.
Like many here in attendance Thursday night, he says he too has had a car plow through his home.
If I was downstairs when the car hit my house, I probably wouldn't be here today, because the glass was in every room of the house.
The city of Tempe is now looking to curb the problem.
Our goal really is to work with the residents to slow the street down and make it safe.
Shelley Seiler with the city of Tempe says a project to slow down speeders now in the early stages. Some of the ideas being proposed include adding speed tables, medians to center lanes, and modifying curbs with landscaping. Folks who live in this area say despite the challenges, they don't plan to go anywhere.
I'm there till God comes.
But they do hope something can be done before then to make them feel safe in their homes. The city of Tempe says money has already been designated for this project. Construction is set to get underway sometime in 2026. But before then, they'll spend the next year looking at possible designs and the best solutions for this project and the area. That's where the public can now share their thoughts on what they believe would be the best idea. We'll have details on how you can do that right now at 12news.com.